my topic is grid transitions. To minimize damage to ecosystem and maximize decarbonization of the environment, the electricity sector is going to our transition phase towards a more sustainable energy system while trying to remain reliable and affordable. This means that the system has renewable energy sources like wind, solar, biomass, hydro, etc. as a major part of the generation process. Some of these sources are also intermittent in nature, thus making the generation process variable and very dependent on the weather pattern. The way in which electricity is consumed has also changed due to weather change. To the evolving power landscape is most apparent to independent system operator, the entities tasked with managing the electric grid itself. The grid transition is need of time, looking to the changing of world environment. The basic goal of electricity sector is power for all, means 24/7 power to each consumer of villages, urban, agriculture, industrial, etc. Reliable power supply without any interruption, quality power supply by managing voltage, frequency, current within specified limit as per grid code. And the most important, the power supply should be user friendly and has transparent interface with the utilities. However, certain steps required to be taken along with grid transition, which is challenging, like peak load management to meet consumer demand, mainly in morning and evening peak. The second is reduction in power purchase cost by optimum scheduling of conventional generators. It is also required to increase grid visibility by adopting advanced technologies and automated controls by developing analytics tool. The most crucial is renewable energy integration. Why? What may be the end result? Satisfied consumer in view of public interest, financially sound utilities and tariff nature, system upgrade and moderation in view of DISCOM. Indian power system is having 5 regions. Northern region generally deficit region and demand is highly weather sensitive. It has snow-fed run of the river hydro. Northern eastern region has very low demand and high hydro potential and has power evacuation problem. Eastern region is having low demand and high coal reserve and peat head base load plant. Whereas western region is generally considered as a surplus power region and has high industrial and agricultural load. It has monsoon dependent hydro plant. Southern region has also high agriculture demand and monsoon dependent hydro plant. There are 7 RE rich states in India: Rajasthan in northern region, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh in southern region, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh state in western region. Due to seasonal variability of renewable generation, it is not so easy to plant conventional generation schedule or outages for long term, and due to intermittency of renewable generation, it is challenging to honor ISGS schedule and compliances of deviation settlement mechanism regulation. Thus, the transition is challenging all independent system operators, RTOs, to develop effective mechanism to incentivize resources flexibly, which is needed to reliably and efficiently balance for the future energy mix. The report says planning and operating the grid has become more complex as technology, economic force, and public policy shape a more dynamic system. Grid transition challenges. The challenges are remote locations, network inadequacy, reactive power management, variable intermittent uncertainty impacting conventional plants, forecasting and scheduling, overall merit order, balancing mechanism, and DSM violation. But biggest one is the must-run status of this RE generating plant. Grid transition changing phase of the grid, remote location, adequate grid infrastructure is necessary to transmit the RE power to the load center. Uncertainty cannot ensure its availability. Generation become very low or high all of a sudden. Forecasting and scheduling are also challenging as it depend on weather parameter, and forecasting and of weather parameters is also depend on certain parameters. Thus, accuracy of itself is challenging. In absence of proper balancing sources, as gas is costly and hydro is negligible in RE state, it is difficult to manage deviation at the state boundary. Real-time data analysis, wide area monitoring, network optimization, power market are prime requirement in current and upcoming scenario of large-scale renewable energy integration. Change in generation of conventional sources, uncertain generation of Western renewable energy, and variation in demand of DISCOM call for power requirement from power market, data analysis, network optimization, etc. Real-time data analysis, wide area monitoring is congested due to complex system with renewable energy. There are certain challenges for network optimization due to renewable energy in specific region or say RE state. However, for evacuation of large-scale renewable energy, interstate transmission system project was sanctioned by Ministry of Power called Green Energy Corridor. This project is being implemented in Gujarat state by state transmitter utility. The change in schedule of interstate generating station takes 7th time block or 8th time block depending on schedule made in odd or even blocks. The concept of every half an hour with power to be delivered after 4 time block or an hour after gate source of option. Thus, the schedule of ISGS and RTM market is take different time band. However, market-based energy dispatch will help reduce the cost of power purchase across distribution utilities, enable flexibility in grid to facilitate renewable energy generation, and might also improve the payment track record of DISCOM. This is the general arrangement of RE integration. Grid transition in current scenario and prospective. IT systems will play key role for current and upcoming renewable integration. The SCADA system was key part of IT revolution and beginning of the power. However, the IT technology is widely utilized in market operation, WAMS and REMC, which is a part of grid transition. SCADA system with EMS. SCADA EMS system is utilizing for monitoring real-time data of grid and system operation purpose. The RTU installed at EHV substation generating station is preliminary report the SCADA system at sub-SLDCs and ultimately to main control center and backup control center. SCADA system is also connected with RLDC, the ICCP, acquiring data of other state central sector station. Using SCADA system, operators can monitor voltage, current, frequency, generation, flow of power, status of element, and the necessary and take necessary corrective action. Now, in a day of RE integration, the precise data flow and monitoring renewable generation is required. By utilizing SCADA system with EMS, impact analysis in case of outage and a grid element or other security analysis in real time can be studied. However, more advanced data structure may be required looking to the RE integration. Real-time integration of renewables. Schematics arrangement is I have put up in my slide. Reliable and secure communication network of RETS for real-time data monitoring SLDC is under the scope of grid code. Efficient step toward establishment of infrastructure for real-time data communication of REPS is required. 100% real-time data is capturing the mixed technology of radio link, GSM, GPRS, leaseline, PLCC, fiber, ETC, SSLDC, Gujarat. Radio link is now absolute now. Majority we have concentrated on fiber optic network. Each RE pooling station generating data is being monitored at control room center. for which examination of reliability and access of network to fetch the real-time data of RE to nearest STU substation to sub-SLDC and then SLDC is needed. This is the real-time generation availability monitoring screen at our SLDC Gujarat. In yellow mark, I have shown solar and wind schedule and injection as per real-time forecasting. Gujarat has deployed about application by configuring the scheduling software with SCADA system, which helpful for advanced planning and manage renewable variability. Smart data collection and process. Schedule and energy account of renewable energy is mainly governed by three major programs: AMR, scheduling, and energy accounting. ABT meter are indicated though GFSM modem as APN network. Data from meter are successfully collected though AMR. At present, currently AMR success ratio is 90% in Gujarat. We have not achieved 100% because of some network error, etc. Day ahead and real-time scheduling is being carried out as per Honorable Commission regulation. Energy account and diesel charges preparation though software. Renewable Energy Management Center. This is also established by many states at their SLDC control room. REMC required, and it includes setup of SCADA forecasting scheduling tool system, including hardware and software, along with associated item at respective control centers. Integration of new RMC SCADA system with existing main and backup RLDC on ICCP protocol. Development of complete database and displays for RMC system. Forecasting service providers to provide wind and solar generation forecast at RE pooling station level as well as aggregated state level. Forecasting of wind is quite difficult, but solar is so easy. 98% accuracy can be achieved for solar generation, and 70% forecasting capacity in wind we have noticed. This is architecture of REMC, Renewable Energy Management Control Center. RE forecasting tool, RE scheduling tool, REMC SCADA monitoring system, and visualization of geospatial visualization of RE generation is included in our control center. WAMS is a wide area monitoring system. This is the key tool to meet the rising demand of consumer and mitigate climate change effect. Electricity utilities are integrated renewable energy sources with conventional energy sources, but present measure system is not able to capture the dynamic of system due to slow rate of capturing data. Synchrophasor technology is replacing the SCADA, which has sample rate of 25-50 sample per second. Synchronized phasor measurement already recognized as one of the promising technology for developing smart grid application and expected to be dominant source of insight predictor forecasting. This is the general layout of WAM system. SLDC GETCO had take a pioneer step for installation of 113 PMUs and 25 locations, including 4 RE rich locations in Gujarat grid. Automatic demand management system. Automatic demand management means automated action, no manual intervention to restrict the dowel from grid by extending tripping signal to load under predefined condition. Automated management shall bring grid discipline, curtail overdrawal during low frequency condition, though self-correction. To avoid frequent tripping under ADMS in same DISCOM, time delay is to be introduced, which is configurable between two successive operations. In the event of insufficient generating capacity or overdrawal of power by the entity beyond the limit, ADMS operates. This is the architecture of ADMS. There are five components: feeders, identification, evolving logic of ADMS. Either it is based on frequency, it is based on load, or it is based on under voltage. Software, control, hardware requirement at control center level, field level. Finalization of communication scheme, execution and implementation by use of SCADA system, real-time data in different scenario. SLDC build one platform for the DISCOM to go ahead and implement the system throughout the overall DISCOM networking. Communication will play a vital role in RE integration. To integrate such huge amount of RE generation, robust communication system with highly efficient communication network is necessary to make bridge between scattered generating station to system operator, in which system operator will have to take process-based decision to handle variation in RE generation and other conventional generation. Automatic decision-making system will be needed to minimize human interface to make fast decision. This is from my side, sir. Thank you.